Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I was dreading this one. I have truly hated this this journey that I've gone on with these top tens. This is the top 10 my favorite films of the 1950s of all time. Of all time, 1950s. It's kind of redundant. The titling. This is like a Disney sandwich. There's quite a hefty amount of Disney movies in the middle. This isn't quite like the 40s. Not quite, but it's mostly a Disney list. Sorry again. Sorry, I like Disney. Sorry, sorry, I'm sorry. And this is kind of controversial. I put movies that I've. My rule is that if I've seen the film, that qualifies it. And if I haven't seen 10 films, hell, there's some to pick from. There's some more to pick from. The Blob was on here. That's a notable one. I mean, a lot of big names, and I know a lot of like real time film critics. You know, the 1,000 movies you should see before you die are like, how can you call yourself a critic and you haven't seen? Because a critic is everyone. All of us are critics. We are all critics. Even you saying, I didn't like this film, is a review. It's very basic, but that's a review. That is a critique. I didn't like this film. Well, why didn't you like this film? You don't have to offer up that information, but you asked me that question. Well, this is why I didn't like it, and this is what I did like about it. And I don't know. It's all subjective. But this is kind of controversial because I did put films that I haven't seen above a film that I have seen because it is a terrible film. Let's get started. Number 10 is Plan 9 from Outer Space. I love the lore behind this film, everything that surrounds the film itself. The film itself is boring as shit. Like, people are like, it's so bad it's good. No, it's just bad. It's not a good movie. But I saw it and I was like, I gotta put it on here. I gotta. It's a it's it's like The Room, right? It's like, this is something more than a film. Like, but I could not put it above the other ones. The next three films I haven't seen. Number 9 is Creature from the Black Lagoon, another Universal monster. I think he's so worthy of a comeback. We saw that with that water movie, the Way of the Water or whatever it was, the fish fucking movie. That one, she fucks the fish man. It's like Creature from the Black Lagoon if it were a romance. Why not have that come back? Creature from the Black Lagoon. Why not? I love the design. I don't know. I love Universal monster lore too, so that's pretty cool. Number 8 is Godzilla. Yes, I have not seen Godzilla in its entirety. I need to change that. I know there were two other Godzilla films released in the 50s. I was surprised that King Kong wasn't. What is King Kong, the 60s? The 30s. So King Kong precedes Godzilla. Why don't I should have known that, right? Yeah, this was such an epic film. Like, just everything about Godzilla. I mean, what else can I say about Godzilla? It's Godzilla. Just the story about the fallout of the nuclear war. Like, wow, there's so much, so many intricacies. It's more than just, ooh, giant lizard destroy city. It's like what it represents. It's really cool. What goes above Godzilla? You know, 12 Angry Men. Now, I've seen the remake. I think 12 Angry Men's a really great story. So I'd like to see the OG adaptation. It's about 12 angry jurors arguing about whether this guy should be committed to murder or something like that. And they're like, they all have their. It's all set in one room, and they're just arguing with each other, some agreeing, some disagreeing. And it's just how it's written. It's very fascinating. What the hell? Sorry, I had to look out my window and get you to look at that. I just saw someone like taking the trash. Just being nosy. I was like, what the hell? Look at that. I'm trying to do a top 10 in here. Number 6. Here we go. Let's start with the Disney movies. Here we go. Alice in Wonderland. If you see my Disney ranking, you would understand. You get it. Alice in Wonderland. Then Peter Pan's number 5. Number 4 is Lady and the Tramp. Number 3 is Sleeping Beauty. Number 2 is Cinderella. I've been through my Disney ranking. I'm not gonna do this. I wanna finish this video. My cat is like furiously bathing himself back there because I want to talk about number 1, and I don't think I've even reviewed this yet, like on the channel anyway. Number 1 is Seven Samurai. Seven Samurai is such a fantastic film. I don't want to get too much into it. If you haven't seen it, it's so good. If you've seen The Magnificent Seven, the original or the remake, and you haven't seen Seven Samurai, you're doing yourself a disservice. Seven Samurai is the original film that which The Magnificent Seven is based upon, and it's so good. It's such a great idea, such a great story that it could be applied to anything really, and you could make it a fantastic film. You can make it. Oh, this is really awesome. Seven Samurai is what started it all. Samurai protecting the village from bandits and evil people, and it's so simple yet so good. I was sick as fuck when I watched this film. Like, I had a really bad headache and I was very nauseous, and I'm just like shaking while watching it. And I'm like, gosh, it's a great film. This is such a great movie. It's still new. Really good. So that's my list in the 1950s. We've done 60s, 70s, 80s, right? So now next up is 90s, finally. And then we can skip the 2000s and then do 2010s. And then whenever the 2020s are over, we'll revisit these years and cry because, God, the 2020s are really shitty right now. The Great Depression all over again. History repeats itself. You guys have a good one, and take care.